I also just did a little quick video. You've got a bit of time in the day, so I'll do something. Very quickly, just sort of going to catch up with where I am currently with what's going on with this trip. Some of you know that the bike left on Saturday. Last Saturday, from Southampton to go to Los Angeles. It's going down to Panama first before it goes through the Panama Canal, obviously. Amazing to see the ship actually leave. I'll put some grainy pictures online. But unfortunately, it's just too dark. But these ships, it's like watching Buckingham Palace go by. It's been quite crazy. So there isn't a lot for me to do at the moment. All I'm doing is waiting to get to Heathrow to fly out on the 17th. In the meantime, I've been playing a bit of tennis just to get a bit fit. But that's about it, really. Not a lot to do. So I've been, people have asked me questions, things, about how to get the bike across and things like that. It's all quite sort of straightforward, but one thing that does crop up is how much paperwork is involved in one of these projects. And I've got the paperwork here. So this is all the paperwork, and in here there is one of the key things you've got to take is your V5 document, which is what is a vehicle registration document in the UK, and you have to take the original, and you also have to take several copies, as well as your health insurance and everything else that goes with it, including there's a sort of bill of lading that you have to sort of prove when you get to the other side, return flight details, if not you don't get your bike out of the port. And the majority of the time it's because purely if you're riding on foreign plates like I will be in the US, the police can stop you at any time and ask you for any of this, including your passport and your driving licence. So you have to take that all the time. Some states, if you can't prove that, you're spending a night in jail. It's as simple as that. There's no get out. So like I say, we took the bike down 10 days ago, whenever it was, and when I came back, the postie had been, and in typical fashion, just to throw a curveball in at the last, BMW sent a recall notice for the bike. Now, people don't understand why that is. It's very straightforward. That's to say that the bike has a technical fault with it and it needs to be rectified. It's usually due to safety. So with my bike, I'm not going to go into technical details, that's pretty dull. It's just part of the final drive on the bike needs to be replaced. There's been some cracking on a plate, so that'll have to be done. Now, of course, I go into panic mode because my bike's now in Southampton and I can't get it out. So luckily, because that's a worldwide recall notice, I can get it done anywhere. So I'll just find a dealer in the States and they'll do the work for me. So that's it. There's not much else. The only other news really is very cool. The mobile phone manufacturer have come on board with the project, and they're going to send me a couple of mobile phones to use, which I'm going to utilise for them as much as for me. It's to do with to sort of do a bit of advertising with them really, and a bit of a field test of their equipment. But I'll be loading some apps on there so that people can follow me and see where I am every day, because what happened, there was a company that I was talking to who promised me a tracker for the bike, but that fell through. So I need a way of being able to be followed online, purely for my own safety as well. So I'll fit some apps to that camera, and then we'll go from there. And I have to thank all these companies again that get on board with RST, with Beaumont, with Essen and Gene and Mug Hugger and RST, because these companies they're giving me things for nothing, especially with a company like RST, which is a huge it's a big company, and they produce motorcycle clothing, and they supply all these leather onesies you see the racers wear around who race for World Superbikes and the TT and the GPs. You see they supply all them. So to get clothing from them, it's been fantastic, and they've given me gloves and other bits and pieces. And I can assure you, when they say Italian clothing manufacturers are wonderful, they are. That's the stuff I have is fantastic. It's very comfortable. It's been really nicely put together. So I'll post up on here the websites of the companies that have sponsored me, and please go and have a look if you're interested, and even if you're not. Someone like Jean from Mug Hugger, who's been absolutely brilliant for me. She's not just got on board with the project, but she's sorting a few things out. She's sorted out one of the radio interviews I'm going to be doing. So without those sorts of people, it's really impossible to complete these projects really. So big thanks to them, and big thanks to everybody who are following me online at on Facebook at Carlos Tilbury's Real America and Carlos Tilbury. I've said before, if you've got a question, please feel free to contact me through email, through Facebook, and ask me a question, and I'll take the funnier ones and the better ones, and I'll come on here and I'll sort of do a little blog for everybody. So at the moment, I'm afraid that's it. There's nothing more. I'll probably do one more blog before I leave in a couple of weeks, and then go from there. So that's it. So have a good week.